Hello, good morning, and welcome back to Floramancer. I hope everyone is well. Hello, Darkwing, nice to see you. I'm pretty excited today, pretty darn excited. Floramancer got a major pack update this last night, and that means there's a few new fun things to play with, and yeah, really excited. So I'm just going to show you the new stuff that was added in JEI, and then we have a lot I'd like to work on today. Cross your fingers that we can get some stuff done because there's a lot to do now. But very first, as you can see a lot of mana bursts right now. I have, through somebody who was extremely helpful in the Floramancer chat room, I was expressing my frustration over just how much mana I'm blowing through, and it turns out that the mana pumps into pools and then having the sparks and whatnot. Something happens where if it sends too much mana to the next pool and there's no room for it, it just deletes the mana. Just poof. So, because I'm sitting here going, how in the world have I used, what, almost over 200 pools of mana by now? 50, 100, yeah, 300 plus another, I mean, seriously. I'm like, how have I used that much mana? I shouldn't be, it was, my pools underground were constantly empty, so I was just so frustrated. So I ripped out most of the upper layer ones. I got to here, I haven't, these aren't running, so currently this isn't doing anything, but I do have it going down to the tree farm, and I have it going over there. We have a couple things to work on. Today, I really want to get started on the Corporea mana tablet distribution so that we don't even have these things everywhere. That's going to be a challenge. But first, check it out. This is not perfect, as you can see. I don't know what's going on with it sometimes. I probably need to put the Alright, so let me explain what's happening here. Remember, we set this up in the creative world, and in the creative world it worked just fine. And I don't know why it's so flawed here in my main world. It's built exactly the same. But as you can tell, I'm getting cobble, and that's because every so often, often, the piston is getting extended and not updating to continue creating stone. It's built exactly the same. Exactly. Block for block. Well, you don't need that one there. Block for block the same. See, there you go. The piston's extended and it's just sitting there. And that doesn't do anything to reset it. It's just the most frustrating thing ever. I don't know why it's doing this and not doing that in the test world. It will eventually update when these change to living rock. It'll do an update. But then then the timer's off and the next row will be cobble because it'll break based on that timer. So I don't know. Right now we're just letting the cobble despawn. I may decide to pick it up. I would like to figure out how to get this fixed. We have had it running enough to have 16 stacks of living rock. But yeah, there's that. I don't know. Like I said, it's built exactly the same way. See, these updated to living rock, so now it's running again. I don't know. I also kind of regret building it so far this way because then it's on the very edge here. But whatever. I'll figure out a build that I want to do that will be fine. And if I don't like it, I will move it in. But yeah, so there we go. Living rock, generating for the most part. That's what we have. So I want to check on my seeds since I have automated flowers now. I want to make sure that this is keeping up since it's only harvesting once an hour. Oh, they're up there for now. Seeds 15 stacks, wheat 27. So we're gonna need to plant more. We're gonna need to get stuff going. So much to do, guys, so much. Anyway, let's see what is new for this update. First, oh, we're almost out of space here. I didn't do any of the updates down below. Okay. First, almost every single mod in the pack has been updated, including Quark, which couldn't be updated due to the Forge incompatibility. All that's been fixed. And Quark is one that I really wanted updated for a very selfish, I guess, reason. I wanted the new trees. There are 2 trees, swamp oak and blossoming sapling, specifically the blossoming sapling because it's really pretty pink leaves. I really wanted them. We now have them, and he added recipes for all of it, so we can do it with alchemy catalyst. Yay. Quark crystals was something I had commented that I really wanted to be able to get because they're normally world gen, or you can use the runes, which you can only get through loot, which is also something you'd have to get through the lunium, and that just, I'm like, that's a really hard gate just to get a decorative block. So he added an elven trade for me. Yay! So every single one of these has an elven trade of the matching stained glass. 2 of the colored stained glass will get me 1 cave crystal, so I'll be able to build with those. Hello, Trash Panda. Hello. So I'm really excited about that. And then the flowers. All of the flowers that are in inspirations. Yeah, these flowers here, couldn't get to them. Now we can. He added alchemy catalyst recipes for all of these flowers. And again, I told you I wanted to do a garden. So I wanted all the flowers, and now I do. And then the other mod that was added, there was 2 mods that were added to the pack. Crud. What was... I know of one. What was the other? Anyway, I know this one has been added. Future Minecraft. So things that are in future versions of Minecraft are backported with this mod to be added to 1.12. I'm really happy about stripped logs, lanterns, more flowers. Yeah, so more fun stuff. Bamboo and berry bushes and woo! Things that you can't get in 1.12 are now in 1.12. So we got barrels and smokers and blast furnaces and things we might not actually use, but he also added stonecutter recipes for practically every stone block imaginable. Yeah. And this is mostly because somebody had requested a way to use chisel with the azulejo, which I'm trying to find. I guess I could just do with these, because otherwise it's cycle crafting where you just have to keep putting it in your crafting grid to get the different one. Now you can do it through the stone cutter. And you'll be able to pick which one which one you want. So that's a lot easier. And I think there were a couple other that were this way. Oh, he said Earthworks. There were some Earthworks cyclic ones. Probably these. Yep. Because I remember using these and having to do different crafting cycles to get the different ones. So yes, and now I just cannot remember what other mod was added. Well, let's see here if I can find it. Added backported Flora and future Minecraft. Okay. Gotcha. So, there we go. We're all set. Anyway, yeah, really happy. Quark's got new stuff in it that I'm gonna have to learn about, more of the automation stuff. Granted, there are more blocks, which I haven't looked at. I haven't looked at any of this stuff, but there's just Jasper. And there was one other. I don't remember. We've got Jasper. Nether rot, maybe? There's some new Quark decorative blocks, which just, you know, decorative blocks make me really excited. What is this? Cobbed stone? That's got to be something new, too. We have a recipe for Glowcelium. Remember we were looking in the live stream on how to get Glowcelium because it was a blue color that was really cool that we could do on our blue side of the base. And now there's a recipe for it. It says right here, use mana in a bottle on a block of mycelium and it turns into Glowcelium. So yeah, which means we can also get the mushrooms. We can get the Glowcelium, the glow shrooms, these guys. We can scavenge through Glowcelium to occasionally get the glow shrooms. So happy. I'm very happy. All the different colored slime blocks. There's just so much yay. So much yay. So yeah. Okay, so we're going to have a problem real quick with this filling up. As you can see, I've expanded my mana battery. With this filling up, and then underneath, we're going to have the same problem that I'm going to try to remove, is that these are all mana pump in the mana pearl spark things under here. If they start backing up, I could be losing mana. And I want to get rid of this spaghetti anyway. I don't like it. There are better options. And one of the options that I'm investigating and hopefully going to be able to use is the Corporea mana tablet distribution sort of thing. So we're going to use Corporea to hold all of our most of our mana. And then when the pools that are considered our driver pools are going to request the mana tablets when they get low so that they stay full, or if we're at a mana generator, that they're going to request tablets when they get full so they can get emptied. Hopefully this will work the way I want it to. I have a test in my test world we're going to go look at and see if we can't get some of this set up. So much to do. I do not think I have very many Rosa Arcanas over here. I probably don't have enough to run for this stream. Yeah, we're on our last one. Oh, and it's gonna die very soon. Like, within the next couple minutes. So we might want to make some mana runes and get some whoop. I pressed dash. So I only have so many mana pearls here, and I should have grabbed more while I was there. Oh, see, he's dead already. Alright, so mana pearls, and we can do... Let's tuck these in here. We're gonna do 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. All right. We'll let that go and make those, and then we've got to get the petals for the Rosa Arcanas. Once I have these made up, I need to check the thermal lilies too. All right, so we've got 6 an hour. All right, we're okay here. We've got 15 hours of thermal lilies currently running. So it's just the roses that we're going to need. And roses are lime, purple, and pink. Okay. We're out of pink here. Let's get some more pink. All right. You're done. Head over here. Get these crafted. Did I put those? Yes. Oh, I know why that's here. The flower. Can I pick you up? You got placed already. Dang it. All right. So in order to break this drawer and not have it remember that it was hydrangeas, I need to unlock it and put one of the hydrangeas in it and then take that hydrangea out and it'll clear its memory. And I haven't done that. That's why that barrel's sitting there. Yeah. One more. Someday I'll be able to disassemble this, or at least change this water filling station and just have it use the Corporea one we have set up. So we would get Corporea over here and just put that here. And so the redstone would go over a Corporea funnel where it would request the, yeah, instead of this. Because we're almost out of mana in here, which means it'll stop working. Anyway, let's go put this guy over here. Reset you. Put one in there. There we go. All right, so are you ready to see how I've got the Corporea mana distribution kind of sort of set up? Of course you are. So let's go check it out. Hey Fluffy Cloud, hi Lucid Observer. What time is it where you are? Okay, so I've been having this conversation in the Floramancer Discord chat room today with Suri. So hi Suri, nice to see you. Okay, so I didn't know if you were in a European time zone, or if you were in a US time zone. You're only an hour ahead of me. Anyway, so what I've got going on here, and I've seen Surreys, and I like Surreys too, so here's the setup. This will be a mana pool near a generator, so the hydrangeas, endoflames, thermalilies, etc., etc. When it reaches half full, it will request a mana pool. Based on the Corporea, I've got it set to only trigger when it reaches 8, and then it'll trigger. I also have an hourglass up here because I'm trying to figure out to fix stuff. So this will keep requesting. Currently it won't work because I'm out of mana tablets here. But what it'll do is it'll request an empty tablet and it will fill the tablet. And right now, as we know, and if you don't know, you will know, a brand new mana tablet has a different NBT data than one that has been used and is empty. Okay, so I can't put them in here. This one is for ones that have been used and are now empty. So I actually need to start them up here. So we need to figure out that step. I think this, since it's Botania, it'll request any tablet. So I think this won't be the problem. If we need to make new ones, I think this will request if we had another drawer or something with new ones in it. Like, I bet if I put them over here, oh, there are ones in here that it's not requesting. So clearly that's not correct. These are brand new ones. Good to know. Anyway, when it fills up, it picks them up and puts them in here. This is currently full. And that's how this setup currently works. There are some flaws in that. The flaws in it are, as you saw, I was out of tablets, and so it wasn't able to drain this pool. Right? Let's get... There. That way it'll pick those up. Yeah, so it should have triggered for another tablet. It didn't. Why? I have this on 1 minute, so maybe it'll do it in a minute. But this is my frustration right now, this particular setup. This one's working, so we'll get to that in a moment. Okay, so it did request it after the minute went up. And it filled it up and it put it in here. All right, good to know. So this one, I have just dumping mana because why not? This will do it in opposite. So when this gets down to a half of a pool with the same comparator check, it will drop this signal down below 8, which will turn it off because of that. And it'll drop the observer, which will send a trigger, send a redstone up here to request a full pool. There we go. Full mana tablet. So there we go. It has a full tablet. It's going to fill up the pool. And when it's empty, the Hopper Rock will pick it up. And that is how this one works. And this one I have not seen fail. Now, it's possible it could fail if I am out of mana tablets that are full. So that's something to figure out. So yeah, that's what I have. They're not compact. This one I think I really need to work on, and I can't figure out what I need to do to make this better. This particular one, and it's most likely a redstone logic sort of block, since you know I'm not expert at redstone, that I need to figure out how to do that. That's my current frustration. Because I've got Surrey's looks great, and I'm just not sure. I'm not sure if it'll be reliable for my setup or not. So why don't we build it? We'll build it right here. Let me see. So you've got a... Oh, let's put you up on top of the... I think you've got a container under there. I'm not sure. I'm trying to do by this one picture I've got. So, yeah. We're gonna figure it out. Anyway. Oh, let's do one of... I don't think there are any in there, are there? Because it's... yeah. Yeah, you have a hopper into the red string inventory. Gotcha. Gotcha. I thought you did. Okay. So this is the one we want. The one that's had mana in it and now it's empty. And I don't know if this connects. Is it too far away? No. Okay. And then he's got that. Wow, I just heard a loud bang. That's a little disturbing. What's the redstone block for? Alright, so is that so that it is the detecting the signal here? It's controlling that it's when it's full that you want to request one. Gotcha. Signal in the comparator. Okay. Alright, so this for now would be the empty No, I don't want the comparator. I want the container with the hopper under it. All right. Are pointing up, right? You shouldn't. Wrong one. There we go. All right. So what you have. And I don't know how much you have in sand you have in your in here. You just do 15 sand, so 1 red sand will be fine too, because that'll be 10 seconds. All right, and that is just, it'll only trigger if this is extended, and it's only extended when this mana pool is full. Okay, so what we need is a spark on you, and it should start filling up. And then our next challenge is that we don't have any... Oh, we have 1 mana tablet in there right now. Because this hasn't requested it. So I could hope this goes fast enough. Let's try to dump it a little faster. Alright, so we're wanting to see it extend this so that in the next 10 seconds it would trigger the Corporea funnel. Alright, so the next time this triggers... That's true. I forgot about that. Totally spaced this upgrade off. That's doop. Yup. There we go. So his requested one filled up and it got picked up by our Hopper Hawk over there because we're in range. This one looks usable and it looks like it's more reliable than that one. Okay, why is this getting picked up over and over again? Oh, hang on, I know why. You said it just after I realized it. We're on the same wavelength there, Suri. It just requested another one. That's okay. Alright, so these will fill up. And when they're full, that should pick it up. Because you should be in range of those. Oh, this one's not bound to a pool. Crying out loud. Why are... Now it is. Okay. Your setup is a lot smaller. It doesn't have any room for... Okay. So what I'm gonna want to do is put a bellows here, and I want another bellows there. So what I'm gonna need to do is just put that there. And now I can have a bellows there, and I think I can have one here. Okay, I like yours is a lot more compact. Granted, I'm not I'm not a redstone expert. I just have to fiddle with whatever I've got going on. This guy is extremely reliable, and this I found this on, you know, redstone because I was like, I need something that detects, you know, when this is off to actually send a pulse, and this is lovely. This is pretty. It works. I don't know if this is the way everyone would do it. I don't quite like all of that, so I'm not sure how I would send a signal. If this was a block, if this was, okay, question. If this, where the red repeater is, was actually a block torch chain, would that work? Should I just break it out and find out? Or does it have to be a repeater to pulse? I wasn't sure if it was a strong enough. It's clearly didn't work. It didn't work. Maybe it's not a long enough pulse. It might have come while I was building it. Okay, well, we'll reboot it and see what happens. All right, so when this is back down, when this is, we'll see if it's gonna trigger. Nope. So something about this isn't right. A bunch of just garbage in my inventory. Okay, so can I build this sideways? I don't know. Since I'm not a redstone genius, I do know. Can we do it sideways? Can we turn this and have the observer go sideways? And then instead of up and down. But would that really do what I want? No idea. I don't know. I was just thinking this looks too big to me, but I had... Okay, so that did not work the way I wanted it to. Okay, so that idea was not intelligent. Extend the pulse, then it won't... Really? We'll do 3. So the pulse was too fast. Watching mana get destroyed. So much fun. How far are we? Oh, still at 10. We need to get to 8. 9. We're almost there. Don't fail me now. Yay! That worked. It's probably silly the way I have this done, but it worked, so... This is my demonstration to remind me how to use interceptors and retainers, because I couldn't remember. So it doesn't function, just so you know, it doesn't function. It's just a visual representation of what needs to happen. Like, if I were to run out of empty mana tablets, which is, I discussed this with Suri in the chat room, this would stop working because it wouldn't have any way of emptying this mana pool, and so it would always be full, and then my, for example, thermal lilies would be just wasting lava because it had nowhere to dump its mana, blah blah blah. So I was like, I need a way to craft these mana tablets so that they end up back in the system. And I remembered, oh, I'm gonna have to do these sort of things. So if you don't know what interceptors and retainers do, let me teach you what I know, which is very little, but I'll teach you. So take, for example, this corporeal funnel. It wants an egg. It requests an egg, and I should reset this. Let's reset you. There we go. So it wants an egg, but there are no eggs in the system. So when an egg is requested, this interceptor does exactly what it says. It intercepts the request that failed and remembers where it came from. And it sends a pulse, a redstone pulse. You can take that pulse and have it go do something, okay? But if you put a retainer next to it, that retainer goes, yeah, I remember that corporeal funnel needs an egg, and I'm going to output a comparative strength of 1 until I get another redstone pulse. But I'm always going to remember that funnel needs an egg until I get that extra pulse. So this would go off with its pulse, and it would be like, hey, go craft a mana tablet. Which I know there are eggs on here, but this was to help me with this. So it would go and do the crafting process. And this guy would be like, remember, I need a mana tablet. Don't forget, I need a mana tablet. And then another redstone signal would go into that to go, hey, I made that mana tablet you asked for. And what it would do is then send it to the funnel. See, that's my idea of logic. Yeah, so it would get that pulse and be like, yeah, I know where that's supposed to go. It's supposed to go here. So that's what I would that was what I would have to do over there. Is when this failed, I would need to make this setup to do stuff. But this hasn't failed yet, so that's awesome. I think we might do yours in my world, Suri. This looks, I mean, I'll still need to worry about running out of tablets. Does it just tell the funnel to ask again? Because when this happens, the retainer remembers which object in the network initiated the request, as well as the contents of said request. Once the retainer receives a redstone signal after it's been informed of a request, it'll have the original requester redo the exact same okay, so yeah, it'll go back and it'll send a new pulse here. Gotcha. Which is close enough to... Essentially, that's what happens, though. It remembers which object asked for it and says, hey, I've got it. Ask for it. Yeah. Yep. And if you don't recognize this, but you play tech modded Minecraft, this is a lot like AE recipe crafting, where you make a recipe and you're out of something and it needs to request to keep filling it. Yeah, hey, didn't you want a mana tablet? Yes, I need a mana tablet. Here's the mana tablet. Yeah, pretty much. So I probably will have to make this eventually. Suri mentioned that it's kind of seems silly to have so much mana stockpiled, but I have this feeling that the way I'm building my world, that's likely. Even with making a Galactic Potato and wanting to do a fully upgraded Terra Shatter, which I've never done and has absolutely no use in a Garden of Glass world, but I've never done it, so it sounds like something I'd like to do. Yeah. So yeah. All right. So I've took a picture of this. I need to take a picture. Let's do this one again so we can make them in world. One will silk touch and one without. Better make do. Like, I don't need to, but that's cute. And we're gonna break that out to remind me there's stuff under there. Okay. So that's what I have here. I don't think I've added anything else. So let's go back to our main world, which, hey, by the way, if you watch season 1, I'm now in the main screen. Isn't that pretty? That's my ice farm. This is when I thought I only needed tiny amounts of things. Tiny amounts of things, that's good enough. It wasn't. That's my Spectralist setup, the front of it. Spectral Lotus. Potato farm. Yep. Fun stuff. Somehow I've got to do pretty and big in this world. So yeah. The first one that we're going to set up will be with the hydrangeas, because that's where we started our journey with mana generation. We're going to need to start filling tablets with mana from the hydrangeas. We're going to need to then dispense the mana tablets currently into our mana battery that is going out to our mana users. Okay. I will I have to work in pieces, right? And might as well work on one input. We'll work on the inputs first, and then we'll work on the outputs, because there's a lot of stuff to do. So let me bring up my screenshots, because I'm gonna need them. Let's find where I put them. Oof. Okay, so we're gonna need Suri's setup first, right? Wow, Mr. Chatbot, you're being really rude. Why is it posting so much garbage right now? I have the start of a redstone box. I haven't crafted a whole lot, but I have a start of one. And I have the tiny amount of Corporea that I have currently. In order for this setup, we need a sticky piston. Suri! Thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate it. Sticky piston, redstone, we need a comparator. We're gonna need an hourglass. I need to get a red sand, because I prefer the red sand for this, and it doesn't look like I don't have any terracotta here too. It's all over at the Cobbleworks. So we need to do that. As far as Corporea, we need a funnel, and we're gonna need to get our Corporea down there probably. So let's grab some tiny potatoes that I've been using. Where would they be? Did I use them up? I might have. Alright, so we need to grab some terracotta for red sand and some potatoes. for tiny potatoes. Potatoes. Oh, I can't wait till I can find some building time. We can finish so many of the building projects I've started that are not done. So incomplete. All right, so let's grab some of you. And then of course that should potentially trigger more. I don't remember. Why are you still extended? Oh, well. Okay. Whatever. Must need more than that removed in order to trigger it. All right. We'll check that in here for now. I don't need the mana glass. And do we have everything? We might need more Corporea sparks, so we should grab some Ender Air. We don't have any pixie dust, do we? All right. All right, we'll put that in here.